Let's look at question 4. It is given that A and B are independent events, meaning that if they're independent means that A can happen, and if A does not affect what's going to happen with B, and if B happens, does not affect what's going to happen with A. So now because of that, now what do we know about independent events? We know that the probability of B will be equals to probability of A because they are independent. So they say use the diagram. Use the what? Diagram. So let's take the diagrams. Because this is in decimal, our sample here it is equals to 1. Now we have two events. To indicate events, I'm going to use red and black to show the two events. So I'm going to use red and black to show the two events. So are the two events that I'm indicating in this case. So those are the two events. Remember the simplest one. Now probability of A or B. So the probability of A or B is the probability inside these circles here. And now outside here it's a complement of A or B, not in A or in B. That's the event. So in this case, they said find probability of A or B. Now what do we know? We know that if this is A, this is B, the probability here is 0.4 and the probability 0.5. So what do we do? Inside here, we focus on both. Here we focus on B only. Here we focus on A only. So this have to be A, this one only. So here it's both, all of them. So now let's check. Do we are given that? We don't have only. So in the Venn diagram, we write only and both or all. Now in this case, we're going to probability of A equals probability of A is equals to probability of A and B equals to 0 times 5 because the events are independent. So which is in this case is 0.2. So in this case 0.2 here. So we just the same color now so that I can do this first. This is 0.2. Now remember that this was B, which was 0.5. This was A, which was 0. So now I said this is A only. So if it's A only, we'll remove B. So which here we're going to have what? 0.4 minus 0.2, which this gives us 0. A only, 0.2. So B only is 0.5 minus 0.2, which is 0.3. Which is 0.3. So to get A or B, probability of A or B, we add whatever inside the circles, 0 plus 0.3 in this case, which is 0.2 plus 0.2 plus 0.3, which is in this case which in this case is 0.7. That is 0.7. Probability of neither A or B, not in A or B, which is outside here. This A or B complement, not in A or in B. So because now not either you are in A or B or B, which this makes the event to be complement. So if they are complement events, remember they make up the entire sample. So the entire sample is made up of whether you are in A, not in A or B. If you're not in A or B, you are outside here. So this case, probability of neither A, B equals to minus whether you are in the sample or not, you are in A or B or not, which is minus 0.7 in this case, which is going to be what? 3. So our A or B is 0.3.